Shall we make a start? Over to you, Jeremy. Thank you.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'd like to introduce Her Majesty's Lord Lieutenant of Hertfordshire, Mr. Robert Voss, Lionel Wallace, High Sheriff of Hertfordshire, Sir Tim Wilson, Deputy Lieutenant for Hertfordshire, and Nick Keir, Deputy Lieutenant for Bedfordshire. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning you're going to hear from a number of our valuable supporters. Robert Voss, the Lord Lieutenant of Hertfordshire, Mark Breton, Chairman of the Hertfordshire LEP, Chloe Palser from the Office of the Queen's Award for Enterprise, and some previous Hertfordshire-based winners of the Queen's Award. No doubt you've already heard of the Queen's Award for Enterprise. Perhaps you think there's a certain mystique and apparent kudos around this prestigious business award. Perhaps you decided, though, that it was probably not for you or your business. Today, we'd like to try and remove that mystique and alter your perception. We'd like to show you that the Queen's Award for Enterprise is absolutely about you and your businesses, perhaps more now than ever before. This is the second year that Hertfordshire Chamber of Commerce has organised this event and the associated workshops that combine with it. We want to demystify the award. We want to make it more accessible and more understandable for Hertfordshire businesses. Quite simply, our objective is to increase the number of Hertfordshire businesses that win this award. The Queen's Award is one of the most prestigious business awards in the world. It's a tremendous recognition for those that achieve it. We want to help more of you through that process, and ultimately we want to help more of you to win the coveted Queen's Award for Enterprise. You're also going to hear a lot about the Hertfordshire Chamber of Commerce's Queen's Award workshops. These have been specifically designed to benefit you and assist you and your business through the process of applying for, and I sincerely hope, winning this renowned business award. Achieving the Queen's Award will definitely elevate your brand. It will drive significant internal and external recognition for your business, and it will propel your business and its reputation to new heights. The Queen's Award really is a true mark of excellence. Thank you very much, and I'd like to hand over to Mark Breton from the Hertfordshire LEP.
And ladies and gentlemen, good morning, Lord Lieutenant, High Sheriff, Deputy Sheriff, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. And what I'd like to do this morning is, first of all, just really underpin the sponsorship that the Local Enterprise Partnership brings to the Queen's Awards. This, as Jeremy said, this is a really prestigious thing for the county to be engaged in. And it's really great to see just how many of our businesses have done so well over so many years. And I just want to really echo Jeremy's comments that we really want to encourage more of you to do more and to do great things with the Queen's Awards. What I'd like to do now really is to talk a little bit about the Hertfordshire Local Enterprise Partnership. I am the chair. I've been the chair now for 5 years. We're in our 10th year. And I'm also chair of the Local Enterprise Partnership Network nationally, which brings together all 38 LEPs in England. We're business-led. We bring together further and higher education, the third sector and local authorities, and it's all about making significant interventions to drive economic growth and productivity. And I'm going to give you a snapshot of what we've been doing in Hertfordshire and where we hope to go in the next 10 years. So in the last years, we've had something in the region of 325 million UK and EU public funds and attracted a significant amount of private investment. Just to put this in context, across the country, something just short of 20 billion has been given to LEPs to make all these interventions. Our involvement has been really in a number of key areas. If you've been involved as a business with our growth hubs, the work we do in business support, and I'll talk a little bit more about this in some more detail, has really ramped up over the past 15 months as we've helped businesses during the pandemic. And for those of you that are on the call last year, you would have heard me talk about the early interventions that we were making for pandemic support. Nationally, we would normally see between 1 and 1.5 businesses contact growth hubs in a year. This year it'll be 4 million. And we attracted about 6 times the normal funding from government to do just that. A key part of the capital, the 325 million, has been in regenerating infrastructure, and trying to make our towns more attractive places to live and work. And of course, with the new change in lifestyle and home working agenda, that's become even more important. If you look in Stevenage in particular, where the town board there, of which we are an integral part, chaired by my previous deputy, Adrian Hawkins, got top dollar, 37.5 million from the town's fund to add to the money that the LEP had already provided through a series of growth deals to make that a better place. You can see that in Hatfield, you can see it in Broxbourne, you can see it in Waltham Cross. You can also see a number of infrastructure investments that we've made to make business more easy and the joining up of our county a better place to be. Take a trip up down the 120 towards Stansted and look at the bypass that we'll be contributing to in Little Haddon, for example. A key part of our agenda is skills. And as business people, you will know just how important it is to be able to help our people of all ages realize our ambitions. And we do a huge amount of work right across the county and with local businesses, with FE and HE colleges and university to ensure that we've got the right courses and matching the right skills for business. These are the sort of programs that we're involved in. The Growth Hub, I've talked about a little, we'll talk about some more. We have an enterprise zone in and around Junction 8 on the M1 at Maylands, working with the Building Research Establishment and Rotherham Research, Decorum St Albans and the County Council to really encourage green growth. And it's a key part of the local and national plan for us to be playing our part in the government's net zero agenda. So Hertfordshire IQ, all around modern methods of construction, green infrastructure and business. If you're a business seeking talent, I really must commend to you the Hertfordshire Opportunities Portal, and we can send you the link for that after the meeting. This gives you the opportunity to post your job roles and also to match the talent and for the talent to come and find you. This has been nationally regarded and we're now rolling this out across a number of the other LEPs. Of course, we're all looking forward, aren't we, to the 17th of May and the 21st of June, key dates for the country, but in particular for the visitor and hospitality economy. And so we've been increasing our role and work with Visit Hearts. And then going right back down the supply chain for talent into schools with our Enterprise Advisors Network and the Careers and Enterprise Company, helping to influence pre-STEM choices to encourage people to take up the sort of careers and skills that we need for their future. And here's a snapshot of the sort of metrics that we've achieved so far. And bearing in mind that this year and into next year are big spending years for the LEP. So a chunk of that 325 is yet to be spent. Whether it's in housing, whether it's in jobs, whether it's in creating apprenticeships, whether it's in managing the challenge with permitted development rights to generate new and refurbished commercial space and training space, whether it is helping our young people and people of all ages now to get the skills that they need and to support our businesses through the Growth Hub. This is the sort of work that the Hertfordshire LEP is continuing to do. If you look here a little bit more about our Growth Hub, you can see the sort of things that we've really accelerated, particularly during the pandemic. I think the Growth Hubs have been the biggest manifestation of impact of LEPs in the past 15 months. But it's not just been about the pandemic. Of course, we've been through the transition from Brexit, and there's been a significant amount of work that we've done in conjunction with the chambers to help our businesses get ready for a new life outside of Europe. And also, as we emerge from the pandemic, to determine, well, where are we going to go next? What's the plan that we have to put in place? And I was really, really pleased to see that one of our Growth Hub case studies, Premiership Models, and congratulations to Rashid and his team, and thank you for the quote, were an award winner this year. This is a great case for us and for the county. Last year, as we emerged from the first phase of the pandemic, we took our local industrial strategy, which had the deep analysis of our evidence base and plans for the future, and we transformed it into an economic recovery plan. And you can see here the sort of early interventions that we made. Well, as all good businesses do, as the environment changes around us, and as the vaccine program really starts to bite, we're dusting down that plan and expecting to launch the next phase of it in the next few weeks. And it will be centered around a number of key work streams. We will revisit the economic fundamentals of the county, but to be fair, we're fairly confident that the essence of those has not significantly changed. It just needs to flex for different working practices and the impact of the pandemic. As you can see here, we enjoy not just local and county or UK, but international leading sector capabilities. We are the home of film, TV and creative media across Hertfordshire, whether that's in Leavesden with Warner Brothers, whether that's in Elstree or Borehamwood, or the new investment that Sky is putting in. Go up to Stevenage, the cell and gene therapy team there, that place is exploding with growth, and that is an opportunity zone which Nadine Sahabi, the business minister, announced about 18 months or so. You can see a number of other sectors where we'll be doing some deep dives to put some plans in place. And also working with our colleagues in the County Council, District and Boroughs in the Growth Board, where I have a seat, to ensure that we are putting in the foundations for good growth, whether that's in digital, the essence for net zero, or for inclusivity. So as we look for the next 10 years, we're having a good hard review now with government. In my national role, I'm very much involved in that. County folk are also playing a part in shaping the objectives and functionality for LEPs. Expect to see us continue our hard work in strategy and economic planning and influence the business into investment decisions locally. Expect to see us doing lots of work in business support and in providing the essence for sector plans and helping the government to generate success from the plan for growth, which puts LEPs at the heart of it. That's all I wanted to do. Again, to thank the Chambers for hosting co-sponsors today, Lord Lieutenant, High Sheriff, the Deputy Lieutenants, and all of the prize winners and aspiring prize winners. Good luck. The LEP is here to help you. And I'd now like to hand over to the Lord Lieutenant. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mark, and good morning to everybody. I will be very brief. It's good to see so many of you here and also to see some recent and not so recent winners. And a number of them I have had the pleasure of presenting their awards to, and some still to come. I'm very proud indeed. In 2019, there were 7 winners of the Queen's Award for Enterprise in Hertfordshire, and we were very pleased. In 2020, there were 8, and I'm going to put that into perspective. All 8 won in the international trade category, of 128 winners in that category throughout the whole of the United Kingdom. And I think that really does put it into perspective. In 2021, there were 9 winners. And Chloe may correct me if I've got these figures wrong, and I'm sure she will, but I believe there were 2,649 entrants into the award scheme. There were 205 winners, and this year Hertfordshire had 9 winners. So we've gone 7, 8 and 9. You can see where I'm going with this. We must reach at least double figures in 2022. The winners this year, 5 were in international trade and 4 were in innovation, which in itself I think is a very significant figure. You'll hear from a number of the winners how it has affected their business, how they expect it to affect their business. But as Jeremy alluded to at the beginning, this is the ultimate accolade for business. It is an award from Her Majesty the Queen. It is the Queen's Award. There is really no higher accolade, no higher award for business than this. How does it affect businesses? And again, I don't want to preempt what some of the winners are going to tell you. But from attending the presentations, which are always very enjoyable affairs, I can tell you that not only does it promote business, of course, seeing the Queen's Award label or Queen's Award logo on letterheading, flying in flags outside buildings has a huge impact, not only in this country, but I would say especially overseas. But it also has an impact, and I'm sure you'll hear this, on suppliers, but also, and this is often forgotten, on staff, not only current staff, but future staff. People like to be associated with winners. People like to know they're working for a winning company. They like to know they're working for a successful company. And nowhere more is that stated than those who've won the Queen's Award. Everybody says to me, well, when I talk to different businesses, and don't forget we have, there are different numbers, but probably about 100,000 businesses in this county. People say to me, well, it's not for me. I'm an SME, I'm a small company. About 90% of the winners are SMEs. This is not particularly an award that is targeted towards the big multinationals. I would say probably quite the reverse. I presented awards to companies of various sizes, the smallest being a company with 5 employees, and all equally successful. The one thing we have in this county, and I have this discussion with my fellow Lord Lieutenants, I think Hertfordshire is probably the most diverse county in the whole of the country. We have diversity in all aspects, in ethnicity, in wealth, in land, but particularly in our businesses. We are so proud, and Mark has just mentioned one or two, particularly the film production and television production sector, the pharma sector up in Stevenage. We are so proud to have so many vastly different companies. And if I just made a quick note of some of those I've recently presented to, companies in the perfume industry, in the project management industry, in the pharma sector, in the high-tech sector, and one that I particularly enjoyed, a restoring company who restore Ferraris. I was hoping for a gift, for some sort of gift when I left. I got a photo, unfortunately. But so you can see the variety of companies who have been winners. And that, to me, is part of the strength of the business community in this county, is our diversity and our variety. We are the county of opportunity. I tend to add the word entrepreneurship after that, and I'm trying to get it changed to being the county of opportunity and entrepreneurship. We are an entrepreneurial county. The number of businesses here, the number of SMEs here, the number of successful businesses here, the number of businesses who have won the Queen's Award for Enterprise. And again, to put it into perspective, I mentioned the 9 out of 205 in the whole of the United Kingdom. I think we are one of, and if not the top non-metropolitan county in the whole of the UK. And that makes me extremely proud. But there's more to be done. If we've got to 9 last year from 7 and 8, we should certainly increase that. And seeing the number of you on this call today, I think demonstrates your interest in this. And those who will talk after me and tell you how the process went will tell you it's not a frightening process. This is, of course, the only Queen's Award which is self-nominated. So don't wait for anybody else to knock on your door and come and nominate you. You nominate yourselves. I'm very proud of what we have done here in Hertfordshire. I appreciate the huge support we've had from the Hertfordshire Chamber and from the LEP. And running these seminars, I think, has proved very successful and hopefully will go on. The Lieutenancy are here to help. Sir Tim Wilson, who chairs the Deputy Lieutenants panel, business panel, is on this call. We are here to help where we can. Please do contact us or through the Chamber. As I say, I'm extremely proud of what we have done in this county. I shout from the rooftops about the successful businesses we have, and I hope I will be able to continue that shout, boring my fellow Lord Lieutenants to death and telling them that we are the county of opportunity and entrepreneurship, and by proving it, by showing that we are the most successful county as far as winners of the Queen's Award for Enterprise are concerned. Basically, I thank you for your attendance and look forward to seeing all of you when I come and deliver all of your awards, all 65 of them, in the coming years. So thank you very much. And I think I'm now handing over to Chloe.
Great, thank you very much. Thank you for that great introduction to the Queen's Award from the both of you. I'm very pleased to be here today and to be talking to so many businesses that I can see on the call. As said, I hope that it shows you have great interest in the award, and that hopefully it will lead to some great applications and hopefully winners as well. I'm just going to share my screen. Oh, no, sorry. I don't think it will let me because I'm great. I'm just going to share my screen now. Please shout if you can't see anything. I'll be able to see the presentation. Great. So, as we have said, The Queen's Awards for Enterprise really are the most prestigious award that a UK business can achieve. They are self-nominating and they are about telling your own story. So we really do want to hear from the business about what makes your business successful and why you believe you are worthy of a Queen's Award for Enterprise. The award scheme was originally instituted by Royal Warrant in 1965, and since then there have been more than 7,000 companies who have won a Queen's Award for Enterprise. There are 4 categories to the awards. The 2 most well-known categories are innovation and international trade. We then also have the sustainable development category and the promoting opportunity category. Now, as I say, the international trade is most well known, and I think quite often companies feel that maybe they don't have that international trade success that they think may be needed. But there are also 3 other categories, and the likelihood is that you probably will, if within the criteria, fit to one of these 4 categories. All 4 categories are all equally recommended and highly sought after. So for the innovation category, that recognises an innovation of a service or product that's been on the market for 2 years, at least 2 years. So we'd be looking for what makes this innovation unique and what makes it unique to the market. We also would look for what challenges your business has overcome when maybe developing this innovation and then distributing it out to customers. We then have the international trade category, and for this award, we would expect businesses to tell us about their export strategy to explain why the penetration of a particular market has been an achievement to them. Perhaps you could be the first leading UK exporter for this market, or perhaps you are the fastest growing UK exporter. We'd also like to know why your performance is better than your competitors and what challenges your trade has had and how you've overcome them. Obviously, we're very aware of the difficulties that businesses have been through in the last year, and I'll talk a little bit about that at the end of the slides. Just moving on to talk about the sustainable development category. This category was actually refocused in 2009 by His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, and he actually recorded a personal video message, which is available on our YouTube page to tell us why he believes the category is so important. We've actually moved away from asking businesses to demonstrate the 3 R's of sustainable development: reduce, reuse, recycle, and we now ask businesses to look at the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and how your company has embedded these at the heart of the business. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to be meeting all 12 of these goals. We just ask to see how they have been embedded within your organisation, from all the way up the top, all the way through down to the bottom. So it could be that your company has perhaps developed a new product, or they're delivering a process to sustain environmental benefits, or perhaps you're seeing sustainable outcomes embedded through your organisation, your supply chain, or your community. As I said, it is really important that your company can show that senior decision makers are leading the way in your sector or community, and how you have overcome important challenges on sustainable development within your sector. Just a little bit about the promoting opportunity category. So this was also refocused last year to help businesses understand more about the category and make it easier to apply for. We decided to widen the eligibility criteria, and also so this would mean that organisations with social mobility at its core can apply, but this also means that organisations who do not have social mobility as their wider objective, but have perhaps incorporated a programme that supports social mobility. So what this means is that you may be an organisation whose core aim is to support social mobility. So it may be that you are helping young people get into work. It may be that you're helping ex-offenders re-enter the workplace. That is one side of it. The other side is that you could be a huge organisation who has developed a social mobility strategy within your organisation to support your staff or to support your customers. So there are two sides to this award, and both recognised, but this is one of our more complicated categories, so we are very happy to talk to you on a one-to-one basis if you want to get in touch with us. Again, I'll put some details at the end. So this category recognises businesses, as I said, that are providing quality social mobility initiatives and programmes that specifically reach out and support people from disadvantaged backgrounds in order to inspire and guide the best talent into their organisation and beyond. Applicants should tell us what motivated them to develop this social mobility programme, and us assessors would like to see what the situation was before the inception of this programme and how the organisation has helped socially disadvantaged individuals. We'd also like to see how the work benefited from your organisation, community, staff and workforce as well, and how the organisation has benefited the participants and improved employability of the people that are actually engaged within the programme. But as I say, we are very happy to talk about individual cases on all four of our categories. We do have case studies available on our blog page and our website as well. So just to talk a bit about the eligibility criteria, you must be based in the UK or you must have a setup within the UK. You must file your tax returns with HMRC, you must be a self-contained enterprise, and you must have at least 2 full-time employees. So as mentioned, it is often a misconception that businesses for the Queen's Award have to be huge businesses with thousands of employees, and that simply isn't the case because 92% of our winners are actually SMEs. It really isn't just for those large businesses. We also have had, for this year, 44 winners with 10 employees or less. So that really is a great achievement because we really do look to support the large businesses as well as the smaller startup businesses as well. Just moving on to the next slide. So for this year, we have had 205 winners across the UK. 5 of these are double winners and 92% of these are SMEs with 44 winners or less, as mentioned. And there's just a map there of the distribution across the UK. As you can see, as I said, international trade is the most recognised category with 122 winners. We then had 48 for innovation, 17 for sustainable development, and 18 for promoting opportunity. So why should you apply for a Queen's Award? Now, the Queen's Award emblem is a trusted mark that provides immediate and long-term benefits to the business. The use of the prestigious Queen's Award emblem, as seen in some of the images here, can be used to get your business noticed above and beyond the competition, both at home and overseas. You can see in some of the images here that the businesses are sporting the royal flag at their office. And they're allowed to do this for 5 years. So when you become a Queen's Award winner, you are that winner for 5 years. And this means that you can use the emblem on all of your products, all of your stationery, all of your services, even down to just being on your email signature and your website for that full 5-year period. And this really does improve recognition. And we have been told by winners that just having that emblem on your business really does make a huge difference when trying to export to new markets and overseas. Businesses have told us that previously they may have had difficulty trying to enter a new market, perhaps in Asia or America, and once they have achieved this Queen's Award emblem, they have been welcomed into these new markets that they before weren't able to enter before. So it really does make a huge difference. You can also see here in some of these great images that each winning business is formally presented with a grant of appointment scroll and a commemorative crystal bowl by Her Majesty's Lord Lieutenant at their local business premises. And I believe some of our winners later on the call may be able to show you their own trophy as well. Feedback from our winners has also said that it provides excellent marketing opportunities and press coverage, both in local press and national as well. It provides worldwide recognition as an outstanding British company. It does increase turnover in international trade, and this doesn't necessarily have to be for international trade winners. As I said, it does affect all companies. And as an example, one of our sustainable development winners down in the southwest, they were able to enter new markets. I believe it was in Asia, because they had this Queen's Award emblem, and it meant that the companies abroad trusted them as an outstanding British company, and they trusted their products because they had the Queen's Award emblem on their business. And lastly, and quite importantly, for this year, is a huge boost to staff morale and also to your partners and stakeholders. It's been a very difficult time for many businesses, and we do appreciate that. And a lot of our businesses have told them that this year, when they were told that they are Queen's Award winners, it was such a huge boost to their company and to their staff and to their morale. Interestingly, a recent research product has told us that over 73% of respondents who received an award between 2012 and 2015 directly attribute increased international sales down to winning a Queen's Award for Enterprise, which is amazing. We also offer opportunities for our winners to explore more in their field of work with government. So we ask them to attend workshops, seminars, roundtables with ministers, and this helps us get a really good understanding from a business perspective to test out and receive feedback on new policies and initiatives that the government are introducing. Also, it's worth noting that even companies who perhaps aren't winners of a Queen's Award the first time do receive very comprehensive feedback from our assessors, and it often leads on to them applying and winning in a later year. So we do find that the feedback given to unsuccessful companies not only helps them develop a better application for future years, but it also gives them the chance to look at their business and reflect on areas where maybe they do need to work on, and it's taken that outside perspective for them to realise that perhaps something within their business could be improved slightly, or there's something missing there from their business, and we have received great feedback from our winners for the assessors' help on that. As I said, we love to see and hear from our winners and how they're celebrating the award. This year and last year did see some slightly different celebrations because of lockdown, and we had some virtual afternoon teas, online parties, and video calls as well. As I said, we do have a selection of our winners on our blog and YouTube page, so what I'll do is I'll share the link to both of those so that you can see some case studies of some real life winners across the UK. Just some quick top tips on applications. Firstly, I would encourage you to register online, because this will allow you to check your eligibility for a questionnaire. And once you've done this, you can then download a PDF version of the application form, which will allow you to plan the application and to seek out those within your business who you would need to help you with the application form. We have been told that it can take around 20 hours to complete. It doesn't always take this long, but it can do depending on the size of your business. So we really do recommend starting the application as soon as possible. It's not that it's necessarily a difficult application, it just takes time, because we really want to hear about your business, and we're really interested in the depths of your business to understand why you believe you are worthy of an award. Use plain English is a great tip, and provide evidence and tell your story. As I said, we really want to hear from you about why you believe to be a winner. There are often agencies that offer to help with applications, and although we don't rule these out completely, we do try to encourage winners to submit the application themselves, because it is your business and you know best about why your business has become so successful and why you believe that you should win a Queen's Award. Another couple of tips is to add collaborators to your application account. This just means if you're ever leave, or you're you have unexpected leave from the office, someone else will be able to pick up the application on your behalf. And as I said, allow sufficient time is a great tip there. So how can you apply? It is a self-nominating process that's open to all UK businesses. It is a completely free process, and all applications must be made online. I went through the 4 categories earlier. You are more than welcome to apply for one if you wish to do so. We actually had 5 double award winners this year. Normally, you find that international trade and innovation do go together, but this year we actually had our first ever winner for sustainable development and promoting opportunity as a double winner. So that was a really great moment for us. And this is a link there to find out more about our eligibility. just bringing it back to how we would like to support businesses this year. We obviously appreciate that businesses have been affected in many shapes and forms this year by things such as COVID, Brexit, and flooding. And during these uncertain times, we do want to be able to support businesses as much as we can and provide some positive amendments to the application process to be able to support you through your application. So for the 2022 round, although the eligibility criteria as a whole remains unchanged, what we have done is we are allowing applicants to manually input their financial year figures. So what this means is usually, for example, if you're applying for the international trade category, you wouldn't be able to have any dips in the last 3 years in your financial figures. So perhaps you've had a slight dip in 2020. What we will allow you to do is then wind back a year instead. So rather than submitting figures for 2018, 19 and 20, you can perhaps instead submit figures for 17, 18 and 19. And this would mean that hopefully you would still have that continuous growth and our assessors would be able to see how you were successful before these unexpected circumstances have happened. Another option is that our assessors are going to have greater discretion when assessing your commercial success and how they may have been challenged by uncontrollable external factors. They will also take into account sector-specific effects of the pandemic, and they will not be comparing one application against another. As I said, it's really important for us to see the trends and patterns of each business's commercial success to see how they performed before these challenging times came into place. They'll be looking back on the application and looking to see how your business performed before this took place in the last year. And as I said, it isn't a competition. One application will not be judged against another, but they will be taken into account if one sector has been perhaps been affected differently to another sector. Just to close, we are a small friendly team of 5 based in the Department for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy. We have some contact details there and we're always very happy to talk to businesses about their application or if they would like advice on whether they will be eligible. We have a mailbox and also a helpline that's available 9 till 5, Monday to Friday. We have a website and some social media pages there, as well as our blog and YouTube page, which I'm very happy to share with you. But as I said, thanks very much for your time today. I hope that has cleared up some of the mystery around the Queen's Award, and I do hope that we receive an application from many of you this year.
Lovely, thank you, Chloe. Some great tips, and also listening to Chloe with the concessions. 2022 is the best year to apply. We have got a question that's come up, Chloe, if you wouldn't mind answering. What is the closing date, please? That's coming from Andy.
Yeah, sorry, that would have been a good point to mention. So the closing date is actually the 8th of September. So they opened on the 1st of May and they will close at midday on the 8th of September. Now, I know that seems really far away, but you'll be surprised how quickly it does come round. And we suggest to businesses that they do the application in stages rather than leaving it to the last minute and doing it all at once. So the quicker you start, the better, because then you have time to plan each section of the application and go back and check any of it as well.
Lovely, thank you, Chloe. And we'll put all of that information into an email with all the links and everything that you need after this event. So I'm delighted now to introduce some of our previous winners. And here we are. Here they are with their logos on this page. And we're going to start with Andy Cook, who's the Managing Director of FFEI. And he won the award for innovation in 2021. So let's welcome Andy.
Thank you very much indeed. It's a pleasure to be here. So I run a company of about 75 people. We're based in Maylands in Hemel Hempstead. We are a UK-owned private company, and as you just heard, we were the proud winners of an innovation award this year. Over the since 2003, we've actually won 4 awards, and I want to explain a little bit how it has become very central to our marketing strategy. I'm going to show you a few seconds of our corporate video in a moment. I'm going to try and share the screen, see how that goes, and so you can understand how important it is to us. So just to say a couple of things about the things we do. So we design digital imaging products into two main market domains. One is digital printing, and the other is digital pathology, which is basically cancer research using digital images. Now, in 2003, we won our first Queen's Award, and we were part of the Fujifilm Corporation at that time. In 2006, we did an MBO and became an independent company through a management team. All of our clients are international. Our very first international success was in 2007 after the MBO, and that was with the largest Chinese distribution company. And we introduced a brand new product. And through the use of the Queen's Award, that was very significant for us as we entered that market. I would say on several occasions it was the topic of much discussion with our client. That subsequently led to a very successful project in China. In fact, that was the second Queen's Award that we won, which funnily enough led to another major project, which was with a German client, a company called Leica Microsystems. And again, the Queen's Award was extremely significant in that process. You're probably getting a bit of a picture. We work with global clients that are number one, number two in their market segments. Those clients look for and insist on stable organizations and partners that have a good infrastructure and good credibility. And I have to say that the Queen's Award is a very nice entry on that subject of a due diligence. It's a very good starting point for an international company looking at a UK-based organization. Now, you remember, we are only 75 people, about a £10 million turnover, so we try to punch above our weight. And I'm pleased to say that that subsequently led us to more business, and we won an award, our next award allowed us to gain new partners such as Canon and finally Roche Diagnostics. And in fact, this recent award was for a product that was developed for Roche. And that is now sold globally, hugely successful, used in the diagnosis of cancer. So my point is, we use it very much as a strategic marketing tool. And I'm going to show you our corporate video just to make the point. Don't worry, you're just going to see 60 seconds. And let's see if I can share this with you. Just a moment. There we go. Hopefully you can see. I'm just going to show the first part of this video. There we go. FFEI designs and manufactures solutions for clients in the industrial printing and digital pathology sectors, dramatically reducing their time to market. We bring an extensive range of expertise, intellectual property and resources to every development project, including many successful market-leading products. And we've won a few awards along the way. We operate. So, as I say, the Queen's Award is central to our marketing strategy. We're looking to attract top-notch global partners, and it helps with the due diligence process. I wanted to make a couple of comments about how we get there. We see this as an important aspect of a new project. So in the objectives of a new project, we always say to achieve a Queen's Award. We don't always do it, but we see that as a team effort. So it's one of the ways to inspire your team at the beginning of a program, whether it's a develop a new project, enter a new market. If you set that as one of your objectives, it's highly motivational, especially when they win something and then we do things like mugs. Everyone gets a mug with their name on, or we do a water bottle or whatever. So secondly, when you're doing your application, it's not something to rush at. We will always put a team together, and it's up to about a 4-month process. as we draft the different sections. You'll see the form, it looks a bit overwhelming and lots to do, but actually break it down, spread it around your team, and then it becomes a collaborative effort. As I say, 4 months is about the time that we will take to put an application in. I think that's about as much as I want to say on the subject. I do encourage you to do it. Anybody can apply, and it's definitely worth it. And I would say I'd like to finish in the fact that I think over the last 18 years, we can accredit more than £20 million, maybe more, as a direct revenue contribution from the Queen's Award. And I wish you all the luck in your own applications. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you, Andy. And the fascinating statistics there of what it's brought to your business in terms of revenue. We're now going to meet Junie Mistiki, and this is a company. Junie is the managing director of Bamboo Distribution. Fascinating company, and they were winners in 2018 in international trade. So Junie, I'm looking for you on the screen. Please unmute yourself. There you go. Lovely.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for the introduction. Obviously, everyone on the call, I want to make it a little bit more real about what the Queen's Award done for us. And I think I can only relate it to my own background. I come from a PLC company. I set up Bamboo Distribution 11 years ago. We was a very small company, 3 or 4 of us. And our business, basically, we recycle mobile phones. So I've been doing it for 20 years. And when I started Bamboo, I never, ever thought that I could even build a business to apply for a Queen's Award. It was just something that was out of our reach. But just trying to explain the process to you. And I think what it's brought to us, apart from, like echoing what Robert said, if you're a small business, don't worry, you can still apply for it. Don't think that you have to be a multi-million-pound business and it's only for them kind of businesses. But after winning, I'm going to talk about after winning the award and what it meant for us. I think people underestimate, and even myself underestimated, the positivity that it created around us. Even here in my, one day I was at home and my son playing Fortnite with his friends, as they do, and he kind of goes, "Oh, my dad met Prince Charles," and even creating for your own family and your colleagues, like echoing everyone else, and the positivity that it brings to your business. You don't even think about these things, but it does. Even to your banking partners. So our banking partner that we had, the credibility that it brings to your business that you don't realise at the time. And it's not just about making money and giving you more business, it's everything else that goes around that. So, I just wanted to make that a point. And all of this positivity and credibility, it will naturally bring you more business. So you don't have to try as hard. That's what to try and, winning the Queen's Award and having the emblem and everyone else, everything that goes around it, it's a big benefit. And sorry, Lord Lieutenant, I just want to touch on another point that it brought to our business. The fact that when we won the award, we met Robert, Lord Lieutenant of Hertfordshire, and Neville. They come to our business and presented the award to us. And even that day, for your staff, the amount of energy it brings to your business, and even, like you say, your colleagues, the fact that all the people working, you go to work every day doing the same job, having something different. But when the Lord Lieutenant left, I was sitting and we was organising a corporate day for our clients, a golf day, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna invite the Lord Lieutenant, see if he'll come to my golf day. Sorry, Robert. So I thought, wouldn't it be great if the Lord Lieutenant could come to our golf day and play with our customers and do a 5-minute speech, and the credibility that alone brought to Bamboo. And I was quite surprised that he actually accepted my invitation. So Robert and Neville turned up at our corporate golf day, and it was very informal. We had a great day, and sorry, Robert, but they stood up and they've done a 5-minute speech to my customers on the golf day, which, again, you don't realise that impact that it has on your business, you know. And our customers that were there, I mean, I think they were a little bit gobsmacked that, you know, they stood up and talked about our business and the award. And all I'm trying to say is that credibility that it brings to your customers, and that alone will bring more business to your business. You know, you don't need to go out always looking, you know, doing smart things like that and doing, you know, having a bit of fun with it. I guess that's what I'm saying, having a bit of fun and bringing that credibility to your business.
Lovely. Thank you, Junie. That's a different angle to it. And I love the fact you don't have to work as hard. We all need to work smarter. But what a lovely award to get, especially after the year that we've all had. What a boost to morale of your staff and your customers. So thank you.
Yes, I'd encourage everyone, invite Robert and invite the team and everyone at Heart, you know, bring them into your business. It helps, you know, and I think they would encourage that anyway. So
lovely, thank you. So Rowena Murray is going to join us next. Rowena is the VP Connect for Buddy. Hi, Rowena.
Hello. Hi, everyone. 1 second. Okay, sorry, I was going to do a slide, but so I'm from Buddy. We won a Queen's Award for International Trade in 2020. Buddy is the #1 platform for remote monitoring of vulnerable people, and we work with governments globally and local authorities across the UK to support the care, justice and health markets. Our founder, Sarah, started the company after losing her daughter in a supermarket, and never wanting to feel that fear again, she looked for a device that should give her daughter to never lose her. When she couldn't find one, she decided to make her own. So we bought our first product to market, the original Buddy, in 2008, and found that it wasn't parents who were interested in it, but children who were worried about their elderly parents, particularly with those with dementia and Alzheimer's who might wander off. A few years later, a mental health institution asked if we could make a version of Buddy that couldn't be taken off, so that patients could go on day release. And this is what led us to make tags for offenders, which is now the largest share of what the company is focused on. That being said, we still continue to innovate. In 2018, we trialed a wearable type 2 diabetes prevention solution with the NHS, and we're about to release the 3rd version of our wearable solution for elderly care, which is a wrist-worn fall alarm. After growing through the UK, we saw value in exporting our technologies to countries where needs weren't being met. And we found great success internationally, particularly across the Commonwealth, where we now have contracts in Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and Malaysia. One of our greatest successes has been our expansion across Australia. Having won our first state contract in New South Wales in 2015, we now supply 5 out of 7 states. This is in large part thanks to positive comments shared between customers, which proves the value that one happy customer can add to your business. Hearing of our success in Australia, the Foreign Office introduced us to delegates in Latin America, who then went on to become partners in contracts we won across that region. But these contracts would have been out of reach had it not been for the success in Australia. And to date, Buddy has offices across the UK, America, Colombia, and Australia to support all of those contracts, as well as Europe and Asia. As an SME, technically, competing with large corporations, we wanted something to show for our hard work and success, and something that would clarify how serious we are about what we do. And being results-based, the Queen's Award for International Trade does just that, as well as being a British company that designs and manufactures all of our products in the UK, which made us feel that the Queen's Award was kind of the best way to show that. We found a couple of kind of major benefits, most of which have been mentioned already. But winning the Queen's Award doesn't only bring domestic recognition, countries all over the world respect it. And for us, a company that's dependent on exporting goods, that global visibility is invaluable. Not only has winning the award helped us reach customers who might not have heard of us, but we're met with an additional level of trust and respect. In addition to that recognition, the goods and services that we offer are trusted by new leads because of the Queen's Award for Enterprise badge that we can display. And that credibility swiftens the process from initial contact with a lead to signing agreement exponentially. I mean, our team is the core of our business and one of our greatest assets, and winning the award has had an immense effect on us and noticeably boosted morale. While many of the team are dedicated to the work we do because of the value it brings society, recognition for our award has made us feel more valued and amplified our commitment to producing the best solutions for the people that we're helping. But finally, everything we do is to make our customers' lives easier. And anything that helps us do that is a benefit to them. So by helping our visibility, credibility, and the team, winning the award has helped us to improve our offerings and thus help the customers, which is the greatest benefit of all. Thank you, and good luck to everyone.
Thank you. And what a fabulous story. And I love the name of your company. It's just a great name. So we're finally going to hear from Kate Shaw, who is the founder and the CEO of Innovative Trials. And they won the International Trade Award in 2020. So I'm just, there you are, Kate.
I'm here, hi.
Thank you.
Thank you. I know we're running out of time, so I'll be quick. Just to say, yeah, I'm here to represent Innovative Trials. We're based in Letchworth Garden City, and we have got about 70 employees based both in the UK and US. So we're a bit like Andy in some ways. We work with pharmaceutical companies to provide strategies to help recruit patients for clinical trials. So it's very current at the moment. The clinical trials sort of is definitely kind of in people's awareness. But we've been doing this now for 11 years, really working with all large pharmaceutical companies to help them meet their recruitment targets. So the Queen's Award has been a massive boost for us as a company. We are playing with the big boys, the big pharmaceutical companies, and it's really helped us to stand out from our competitors, who actually are mainly US competitors. So having the Queen's Award badge has made a huge difference to us as a company. On a personal level and kind of with the rest of the staff, it's been a huge motivation for us to do this. It's really kind of made us stand out as a quality company, and a company that you really can trust to work with, really. We haven't got our award yet, and we're going to be presented with the awards in July, and actually in June, and so we're planning a day for all the staff to really make a big event of actually having a Lord Lieutenant come to see us and present us the award. So we're looking forward to seeing you in June, Robert. Thank you everyone for listening. Please go for it. Good luck, and if I can be of any help to anybody, I would happily help out. So thank you.
Lovely, Kate, and thank you for that sentiment. I think Robert is going to be an incredibly busy man on the golf course and presenting awards. So I would like to just come to the close. And firstly, I would like to thank Lord Lieutenant Robert Voss for being such a supporter and attending today, because he is a busy man, and also to Mark Breton from the LEP, who have sponsored this event and are 100% behind the Queen's Award, and to all of our winners for coming on today and sharing their stories, and to Chloe, who's given us all the tips and has actually going to be sending us some information to put in an email to you, so that if you want a one-to-one, please make contact, and we will be running a workshop later on in the year to help you with your application. It's really important we all get behind Hertfordshire. It's let's keep the heart in Hertfordshire, and let's hit not just the double figures, let's go over the double figures. I like the teens. The teens were my favourite time of life. So before we end, I would like to just pass back to Robert, if he'd like to just say a few words.
Thank you very much. And I don't want you to think I spend all my time on the golf course, I wish. It's great to hear the stories from Andy, from Kate, from Junai, and from Ro. They are exactly what the award is all about. The award is all about business. I spent 41 years in business, and I know how tough it can be. To get an award from Her Majesty the Queen, to fly Her Majesty's flag, makes a huge difference. And we've heard that from the 4 winners. And the other winners I know would say the same. The presentations are a most enjoyable event, but as Kate has alluded, they are enjoyable, but also a very important event. Andy has made it quite clear that the Queen's Award has been a structure in their marketing policy, and I think that's important. So I would just say once again, we are very proud of what we do in Hertfordshire. We're very, very proud of our business community. You are the heart of Hertfordshire, and I would like to hope that we will see more awards coming into the great businesses, the diverse businesses we have here in this county. So good luck to everybody. There is a lot of help available, whether it's from Chloe, whether it's from Bruges, whether it's from previous winners, whether it's from the lieutenancy. We're all here to help. We want you to succeed. So good luck to everybody. And as I say, I look forward to presenting many more awards. I'm very happy to be kept very busy. Thank you.
Lovely, thank you, Robert. Just to bring to your attention a few events that we've got with the County Council. This is a programme that we've been running with Better Business for All. On the 13th of May, we have a webinar on trading safely and trading with confidence, and it's step 3 of Boris's roadmap, not to be missed. And then on the 20th of May, we have a staff safety and well-being webinar. And we're back to that same old subject, the EU transition. Here we go again. On the 25th of May, we have a question time with the experts, and there'll be plenty of experts on there to talk about VAT, as that little one keeps coming up for all our exporters. So thank you all for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you soon. Please contact us if you've got any questions, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.